Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. We're still steady at 960-ish science a minute. It stays above 960, which I'm happy about. I'm sure there's probably some dips from time to time, and there is. But over an hour, we're averaging out pretty well, I think. If we go out to 10 hours, we can see we've held this pace for a little bit over 2 hours. So I'm calling that good. And I do want to go ahead and expand out this and make more. But first, there's just a couple of things I want to take care of. In between episodes, I expanded out solar a bit, as well as laid some landfill here to expand our nuclear power out here in our nuclear islands. These two little blocks of landfill right here represent 4 train cars full of landfill. A little bit less than that, but still I had to call the train back 4 times. So I want to get a more robust facility making landfill. I started this before the previous episode, before I ran into the iron problem. I want to go ahead and get it finished. We have a dedicated mining area here that's doing nothing but stone. 7 belts coming out. I'm condensing that down to 6 just to make sure they're as full as possible for as long as possible. And for a landfill maker, without beacons, without modules, anything like that, 0.5 crafting time, 20 stone, so 40 stone a second. Which is quite significant. We're going to need a lot of it. I don't think beacons are going to help us much in this situation. So what I'm thinking about doing here is something like this. Do we have any red belt? Let's get some red belt. Because I think red's going to be okay for an output. Probably yellow would be okay for an output. But as far as the blue belt coming in, we're going to need even more than 3 stack inserters. One of these should be able to empty out a blue belt completely. I think it's 4 stack inserters you need to empty a blue belt. I might have to check that. But we would have room to run this down a tile further or 2 should we need to. But I'm pretty sure 4 stack inserters can empty that. All right, and yeah, then we just need basically 2 more of these somewhere. What if we did like that and like that and took in a belt there, took in a belt there, and that could come like that. Could we do this maybe just a little differently? No. Not with the equipment we're currently working with. That's all right. This does not offend me. So you go down, and go across like that. And then those 3 red belts are our outputs going out. And then we just have to line this up with this. We might be able to take some of this slack out. Or we just not worry about it because this is the landfill maker and it totally doesn't matter. Well, let's take those tiles out. No sense in wasting space. All right, and then we can set up a station down here and load that landfill directly into a train. Very good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lay this station out. We will roll the intro, and I will see you on the other side where we will set up a brand new landfill train. Maybe down here? Sounds good. All right, place the station, trimmed it down a little bit. We're going to have 3 lines coming out and 4 lines feeding our train. So that will call for a good old-fashioned 3 to 4 lane balancer, or belt balancer, rather. I'll take you off that way. And do the same for you. This could have probably been done a little bit better if we moved all this over a little bit. It's the landfill facility. Nobody cares. There. All right, this looks good. Let's turn it on. And we'll see how this ends up working. Is 4 of those going to be enough? That's not hooked up. That would help. I mean, it kind of looks like it's backing up if you look at this, but if you look here, yeah, there's a little bit of a backup. Now, is that able to run continuously? That's the other question that I have. And the answer to that appears to be almost. What's your thing? Oh, you're going the wrong way, man. All right, let's just make that adjustment all the way around so these things will work as efficiently as possible. I thought it was 4. I thought it was 4 that you could use to empty a blue belt. I may be thinking of filling, or I may just be completely wrong. I don't have the cheat sheet in front of me. Either way, that looks like it is steadily running, and we're getting a nice little supply of landfill coming out. All right, you are going to be, let's call this pickup. Item equals landfill. And you are going to be item equals nuclear fuel. Item equals landfill. All right, and we'll unload you to a chest. And then, yeah, I guess we'll just have a belt coming and feeding this train. We'll limit this chest to maybe like 3. And then we can hook this chest up to here and disable this station whenever nuclear fuel Our enable when need equals 0. That seems reasonable. That'll come and throw a couple more in here because we're going to have a buffer on the line here, so that's not going to be that big of a thing. Let's see. We need our refuel train. We probably need to set something like that up here so that this train isn't just continuously moving back and forth. Let's see. We did not put a word in front of that, so that's going to be at the end. Just put inactivity, and let's make that priority number 1 for now. All right, and then we just need a landfill train. Probably could have used the other one, but kind of want to keep him around for now. And you are basically just going to hang out here. Let's just add a circuit condition there. You're just gonna stay there forever until I call you. And that's going to be your life. All right, I think that is going to work. We just need to sit back and let that fill up. All right, you go back. I want to take you... is that the artillery train? If that's the artillery train, that's actually fantastic timing. Because that's where I want to go. Stop. Wait. Wait right there, man. Oh, we're in this weird, rare situation here. Why won't you go through? Why is that signal red? There's a power pole that's needed there. Oh, are you like in that situation where you're like halfway in and halfway out of the station? I bet that's it. Do I have anything? No. Is there a tree somewhere? There's a tree. Oh boy, I hope you're going to be able to have enough fuel to come back. We'll see. I doubt it. Nope, out of fuel already. Let's get mini trees. And is there coal? Let's get the coal. I forgot he was on automatic. I was just going to back him up a little bit. Yeah, we'll throw that coal in there and you can do that. All right, this one should still be going to that temp station, I believe. Yes, our artillery train was stopped. Fantastic. This is a system that Cornosian suggested a while ago. And while we're on the topic kind of train management, it's something I wanted to look into. And it sounds like a pretty cool idea as well. So currently we have an artillery train, and it is now just kind of doing its rounds. It's patrolling around the base to all these artillery stops. And for the most part, what it's doing is wasting fuel. It seems to be shooting. Why are you shooting? Oh, we just got the artillery range upgrade. Okay, so this is actually kind of a busy time to be doing this. So the idea is what I would like to do, what we want to do here is have this train just wait at base like our normal trains do, and not just continuously go around and waste fuel and UPS and pathfinding stuff, but just only come down here when you're actually needed. So we have all these artillery turrets that we used in previous times. So I want to take one of these and let's put him like right, I think there will be good. And yeah, we'll send that out. And let's limit this chest just to like 3. And then you feed that. All right, and let's start over with this schedule. I should have left the one we're at, which is S1. Artillery, S1. There we go. Wait here for inactivity. Just like that. And then we want to wire this box up to this station and say we want that station to be enabled when artillery shells are equal to 0. All right, so what is this doing here? This artillery turret holds 5 shells. This chest holds 1 shell, and we're currently reading that. So as long as there's shells in here, we're fine. This station's going to be turned off, and this artillery train is not going to come down here anymore. But the instant that a biter comes in range of one of these circles, not a biter, but a biter base, a biter expansion comes in, this guy's going to start firing at him, and if this train's not in the station, this chest will empty up, this station will open up, and this artillery train will head down here as quickly as he can. Once he gets here, this guy will basically have 6 shots to take out whatever it is, and once this train gets down here, one of 2 things are going to happen. One, this guy's going to take out the threat, and we're just going to basically refill the turret and the box and move on. Or there's still things that need to be shot at. So in that case, he's going to come here, and since we have that inactivity, he's going to sit there and help this guy kill whatever it is. And, yeah, take that out. And refill this turret at the same time. It's an interesting system and a way to kind of automate the protection of your base and the fighting against expansions just a little bit better, I believe. So let's see. If I make a copy of just this, actually, let's go with a blueprint, because I want to make sure that I don't keep the station name, and I'm wondering if we go down here to this next stop. I don't think S2, I don't think that's one that I'm gonna really use anymore. I feel like we're covered in other areas. We have another artillery stop right there. Our artillery range was so short at that time that it might have made sense then. Boy, I forget these things take forever to break. All right, so if I place this blueprint down here, that keeps the name. Can't they all just be named the same now? Does it matter? I submit that it doesn't. What if we just name them all artillery stop? And then we just give you, instead of going to S1, you go to we've already got one named artillery. Why do they show up as separate? Where's the other one at? Was it one of like these? Yeah, it's you. You're nothing. You're done. We add a station, artillery, inactivity, and then we're done as far as this train schedule is concerned. All right, and then, yeah, we just rename all of our artillery stops where we set these, that, and we are done. Let's see. I do have an artillery shell in my pocket here. Might as well let that guy use it if he can. And I find myself down here without any transportation, unfortunately. But we do have a wood-burning car. You know what? I don't know what I'm thinking. I can do that. I can do that from space. We just need to do that right there. The thing that stinks about that, though, is that you can't tell from map mode if that station is closed or not. Does it matter? I don't know that it does. When am I going to want to open the map and say, which artillery stations are open? I don't think that's going to be a thing that I do. Until I decide that I don't need to do it. Then all of a sudden I'll find 20 or 30 different reasons why we need to do that. All right, that is good. What time are we at? 22. I don't want to spend the rest of this episode going around and setting up all those artillery stops. Let's go ahead and hop in this train just to get a ride back to base. All right, and you did fill that guy up. Fantastic. Not that this guy's ever really going to be able to do anything, but some of these should now. And now that we have an artillery range expansion, a lot of these guys should activate. We probably should have done one more round just to clear all that out. But we'll get some good tests of the system in. And that guy will find his way home. So whenever I was laying out this, there's a lot of forest up here, and I noticed that, okay, it's not happening now, but, well, it kind of is. The construction robots were backing up because the storage chest was just full of wood. We're producing so much wood, and we don't have a way to get rid of it anymore. Yeah, we got a little bit of wood. just a smidge. I went down here and set this up, which is just a train that's running around. I figured, you know, just based off of what we just saw with that train down there, that the wood would be burnt through really quick, but it's not. But I saw this post on Reddit, and So we've got a lot of wood, right? And we also have all this garbage over here that I set over here just for fun. We've got wooden power poles, we have wooden chests, we have steam engines, we have boilers, we have iron chests, we have things that we are never going to use for anything, really. And we also have steel furnaces. So yeah, what the idea behind the Reddit post was creating a wood burner, and I'll leave a link to that. I forget who posted it, but I like the idea. Let's put it like, I don't know, like right here. So we throw down a chest. We use burner inserters that are feeding off of that chest. And then we feed those into boilers. And we don't have any pipe. Let's go grab some pipe. I need to do something about that pipe chest because we're making pipes somewhere else. We connect all of these up, and then we use our boilers like this. And then we grab some radar in a pattern sort of like this. And let's see, power pole, power pole, power pole, power pole, power pole, power pole, and finally, well, not finally, but power pole, and then finally power pole. So yeah, it's this configuration right here. So then all we have to do is hook this up to some water. In the wild, this would be like through a water pump, of course, to feed the boilers, and then we can take our wood and throw it in the middle there. And now what we have is a wood-burning radar station that doesn't need to be hooked up to the grid or anything like that. And it can go explore areas and just be completely independent. Now, unfortunately, I have a lot of wooden chests, and with the wooden chest, this guy won't last very long, I'm assuming. But yeah, no. And what I'm thinking with this design is that we just load up a lot of this wood and some of these boilers and things that we're not going to really use anymore, and then just go place them places around the map. And you know what? We can throw them up here where there's biters. It doesn't matter, because if it gets destroyed, who cares? And, you know, if we wanted to, one of the reasons why I grabbed the steel furnaces is we could do something like this. And now it's like walled off. And that'll protect it for a little bit. And get rid of steel furnaces at the same time. And if we wanted to, we could even grab some gun turrets. All those gun turrets that we have now that aren't being used for anything. We could throw gun turrets and ammunition in there and even make it to where it shoots back. But if nothing else, the biters will come and just destroy it, and who cares? But no, I like the design. I think it's interesting. I'll try to put a link in, I will put a link in the description. I'll definitely do that. Definitely won't forget. I'm totally gonna forget. But I'll do that because I thought it was kind of cool and super useful for what we've got going on right now, just to get rid of some of this garbage. Because, you know, we could like artillery shell it. That's what I was thinking about doing. But, you know, if we could do something constructive with it and actually use it, I think that's going to be a little bit better. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode, where hopefully we'll have a little better vision with some of our little gridless radar facilities. We'll have automated artillery, and we can probably start working on our next science setup. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.